Well, the old Bolens has seen better days. This is the BL160 straight shaft 25cc we was working on. We just done the gear assembly on the end of the shaft, got it all re-lubed, soaked the carb, and was pulling it over. It seemed like it was pulling it over really hard, like something, something was catching. Well, kind of narrowed it down. If you can see in there, you should be able to. You can see the grooves right in here. They are deep. So pull it around, see if I can get it. I'll show you. It's digging itself into the case right there. It's dropping. Yeah, so she's biting in. So it's pretty much done. I did find a piece when I took the cover off. I found a piece of I don't know if it's head gasket or what. So I don't know if maybe I had a head gasket failure as part of it, but it was inside the case, this piece, and another piece is a little bit bigger. And the clutch, if you can see the tip, it's all chewed up. You can kind of see it there. There's a screw on the inside of the this is kind of part of where the engine assembly bolts up here. There's a screw that goes in through the upper part right here to help hold everything together. I don't know for sure if it was hitting or not. It goes through and it was kind of like sticking on the inside of the shaft, and it's real close to where this thing, I wish I could get you guys a good view of it. That thing is just ate up. So that kind of blows. But the good thing is, I'm not a big fan of Kerr shaft trimmers, so we're going to take this other Bolens. It's one of the BL110s, 25cc, same motor, different shaft. So we're going to take that one and swap it over onto the straight shaft assembly here. So we end up with a straight shaft trimmer. Everything should go well. It should be a direct bolt on, so we'll get everything set up and then we'll start tack on that. Alright, so somehow I managed to lose part of my video, so I didn't know until I had this all assembled and went to edit it and then realized it. But so I'll show you guys how to put these on. This is the Bolens. This is the motor that was screwed up. This is the BL160 over here that has the issues in the crankcase. This is our BL110 that was off of the curved shaft right there. So we're going to put it on the straight shaft. Simple, easy procedure to do. So see if I can get you guys situated here. Doesn't take long. Basic hand tools. And what you want to do first though is inspect your cable. If you look down inside the hole there, if I can get you guys in there, you can see, well, I don't know if I can get the camera down in it, but you can kind of see it sticking out there. There's your cable. It runs down to the gear head assembly. You want to check that and make sure it's not rounded off or anything before you do this, or you're wasting your time. Just get a replacement cable if you need to, or however you want to do it. Some people just buy a new weed eater. It's cheaper, just get a replacement cable. So it's very simple. So let's do it. There's only 3 screws that hold the engine assembly on here, and this one I actually have it set kind of sideways. So get it down here so it doesn't fall off. So I got 3 screws here. I'll show you. On it is, you got 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. They are, what size is this thing? Let me get you the size real quick. I can't remember. T20 maybe? Yeah. It's a T20 star bit. Now these, when doing these, I do not, I don't run them all the way in with a drill because it's all, it's all plastic, so I don't want to take a chance on stripping it. So I'll get them in there, I'll run them up, and then I'll go back through and tighten them by hand. So it just gets them started. Oh, if I can get a good angle on it. There we go. Just enough to hold it. It's good and snug. This doesn't really take long. I mean, you just take your time. There we go. So now the assembly is up to the shaft. Now you have a long one, which is right here. This one goes down through the handle, or through the plastic where the engine assembly hooks up. On the other side of this is a steel nut that has the plastic in it to keep it from backing out. So we'll tighten it down. So it's good and tight. Next is your handle. This one can get a little tricky. Just don't let it freak you out. It has right here on the handle for your throttle assembly. It has a sets into the cable, runs up, sets in here, and then there's a like metal tension spring right there for the throttle, kind of like holds it in place. So it can pop out on you. If it does, it's no big deal. It's kind of simple to go back in. But the cable, if I can get a good enough view, you can see it right here on the edge where it's brass collared. There's a ring, and then right here on the plastic there's a groove that it sets in. So just want to make sure it's in there. It sets in place. Everything has a groove. So we'll set it in place, and you can see right here this hole is for the other side of your handle. When it sets up here, there's a hole right here for a screw to go through, so it holds everything in place. Pretty easy. You can see it, you know, plain as day. It's easy to line up, so no big deal there. So we'll get this up here. Make sure everything's good, tight, in place. We'll get our other one. Put it in there. And then there's some wires for your there we go. Your on and off switch runs through. Right here. Nope. Here goes the dog. He's getting into something. But your wires right here. That runs your on and off switch. Make sure I'm getting a view of that for you. You want to make sure they're not pinched up into the case anywhere. You want to make sure everything's right where it should be. You don't want to pinch them off, create an issue that you don't need. Alright, so we'll line our hole up. Get our screws here. And we'll have 3 long ones. One. I got spares. This is a good thing about having taking the other one apart. Extra screws, and you got your one little one there that goes into the steel shaft to line your handle up. I'm just going to get it started. Then we'll run the other 3 in. Like I was saying, I'll go back and hand tighten these. Let's make this as quick as I can for you guys, so it's not long and drug out. I don't know if there's an actual torque spec on that or not. I just tighten them up when they feel good and tight by hand. And then we'll have 2 more back here. Now there is one right here. You really don't need to take it out. I'm bumping everything. That's the wrong screw. That one I think is too short. Possibly. Well, we might actually have something going on. This is the one I dropped. Oh. Could be the case isn't all the way up. There we go. Alright. That's what I was saying. You don't want to over tighten them. Just all it is plastic. So You don't want to strip it out. So that's it. It's on there. It's that easy. Nothing to it, man. It's easier. I found it easier to do this way than come on, buddy, you're gonna knock over the tripod. If you do it this way, you don't have to worry about unhooking. Let me get this out of the way so I can show you. Because if not, you have to take off. There's just a starter bit screwed down in there, then your clutch housing will come off, but then you have to remove your clutch to get the plastic to come off to be able to unhook your coil, you know, and all that. So it's the easiest way to do it. I mean, like this one here, I didn't have to unhook it. This one I just took it apart so you guys could see what was going on. But so that way you don't have to unhook nothing. The whole engine assembly stays complete. I mean, nothing comes off. You know, everything's there. So there you go. All I gotta do now is go back through, tighten the screws up by hand where they're good and tight so I don't strip them out. When you get it, make sure everything works. You see over there, our carburetor's working, switch moves freely. Everything turns over real good. Nice and tight. This thing runs good. This is actually the one we got from the thrift store. So that's it. So we got two Bolens BL110s. One's a curved shaft and that I got off of Jerry, and then now we have a straight shaft to go with it. But that'll do it. And it's that simple. Put them together. We kind of missed out on the BL160, but went in the end, I guess. Now we have a nice straight shaft trimmer. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. We hit, what we get subscriber wise is 3,503 or something like that. That's awesome. Thank you guys very much for watching. I always appreciate it. Comments that I get when I get them. And you guys rock, man. I'm hoping to get a lot better content out this year for 2024. And this weather ever breaks, I still got to get that. It's supposed to be here in a couple days, so we've been kind of working in the cold. That's the blower for our furnace. It's crazy. This thing like disintegrated. So yeah, Ohio's like it's supposed to be like negative something tonight, so good thing we got kerosene heaters. But thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. You guys have a good weekend. Yeah, I guess it is getting close to the weekend, but I'll get this posted up when I get a chance. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the new subscribers, and it's definitely appreciated.